Hello, meteorologist Mr. G here with you guys with your weather forecast as we update you on the latest progress of that major winter storm that's moving across the country. We saw that storm hit the west coast. We saw it move across the central Rockies and the mountains, and we're seeing it move through. We saw it move through the plains in the Midwest. Now it's going to be headed toward the northeast, and we're seeing those severe storms down across the southeast and through the state of Florida, where we're going to have that threat for tornadoes today as well. So let's take a look at some of the damage that tornadoes have caused through other portions of the deep south and along the Gulf Coast. This is the New Iberia Medical Center that sustained some heavy damage from a tornado on Tuesday night. This tornado went through Louisiana and caused a lot of damage there. And we also have this chicken farm that sustained some severe damage. Possibly this barn was destroyed, and hopefully there was no animals in this barn at the time. Now we have another one of a Winn-Dixie in Mississippi that sustained some very heavy damage from a tornado as well. And finally, the Mobley Gin Company sustained some damage here on their roof that was destroyed from a tornado, and that hopefully they didn't lose any inventory with that. But prayers for all the folks affected by these tornadoes down along the Gulf Coast and into the state of Texas and Oklahoma as well. And we're going to pray for the folks in Florida as they prepare to deal with this severe weather. Although I think that the severe threat is going to be a little bit less in Florida, we're going to be seeing the tornado threat become a little bit weaker as our main low starts to diminish in intensity, and our main upper level low pressure is up here in Minnesota. We have a close low, very strong low, but it's starting to show signs of dissipating right now. So this low will begin to weaken, but we do have a secondary area of low pressure that's developing off of the East Coast, and that is going to become a nor'easter as we head into the weekend. And here we go as we take a look at our current radar. We're seeing that rain showers and snow mixed and mixed precipitation down here across the mid-Atlantic. We're seeing some storms mixed in as well, but we're seeing that snow and some freezing rain here through Pennsylvania and in portions of upstate New York, and that's extending into southern Canada, and that extends all the way north of Wisconsin, and it drops down again because our area of low pressure and that counterclockwise rotation, and we're seeing that deformation band snow coming down over Minnesota. So Minnesota is going to pick up 4 to 8 inches of snow today. The Twin Cities, I think, is going to see 1 to 3 inches of snow, but at the max, Minnesota is going to pick up an additional 8 inches of snow. We got some snow down there in Iowa as well. Now here's the tornado tally that we've had for the most part. We have 11 confirmed tornadoes at this time through Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. So we've been seeing those tornadoes in full effect there across the deep south, and we're going to be seeing them in Florida today. We got that severe weather outlook here and that severe storm threat. We see a likely outbreak of severe weather. In fact, the storms are already occurring, so it's very likely. So here we are with those severe thunderstorms across central and northern Florida. Here is that tornado watch. It's in effect until 4 p.m. So we're going to be seeing those severe thunderstorms spawn some of these tornadoes potentially. The good news about today in Florida is that those tornadoes are anticipated to be a bit weaker, so a lot of F0s and maybe F1 and maybe 1 or 2 F2 tornadoes, but we're hoping for a smaller impact as far as tornadoes are concerned across the state of Florida today. And here we are as we take a look at the radar down here across the southeast, and we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms rolling into Tampa right now and Orlando as well. They just passed you folks in Jacksonville, so you're in the clear. Once the front passes your area, you are out of the risk for any severe weather, and you should feel your humidity start to come down as well, and those temperatures become quite a bit cooler as this very strong cold front passes through the state of Florida. So we're seeing all of those lightning strikes. Look how busy those lightning strikes are down here across central Florida. Tampa, you're dealing with those storms now, but Fort Myers, Naples and St. Pete, you guys got to get ready for those storms. Vero Beach over here as well, Cape Canaveral. You're in Deerfield Beach down here in Central Florida. You're going to be seeing those showers and storms as well. I don't think they're going to make it far south as Miami and Fort Lauderdale. I think you guys are going to be in the clear today as far as thunderstorms are concerned. All right, so here's our future track. Here's our nor'easter as it starts to head up the northeastern coastline. It's going to stay right along the coast. So we're going to be seeing our snow here across the Adirondack mountain range and the interior portions of New England, where we can see up to 2 feet of snow in the higher elevations like on Mount Washington. So we're going to be seeing a lot of heavy snow and a lot of heavy rain along the coastal sections of Boston, New York City, Hartford, Newark, and Philadelphia. You guys are going to mostly see the rainfall, but if you're in your western suburbs of the interior portions, you might see a little bit of snow or even some freezing rain. So some mixed precipitation might occur on the far western suburbs of Boston, the western suburbs of New York City and Philadelphia, DC as well. You might see that as far as wintry weather, but most of the wintry weather is going to be in the higher elevations and along the St. Lawrence River Valley areas of the interior of New England. So there we are as far as that is concerned. Here is our nor'easter developing. Here is our weakening Midwest storm. The Midwest storm is going to go north into Canada, so we're going to see that guy dissipate up in into northern Canada. So pretty soon that thing is going to bid adieu and leave our area and its influence as well. And this New England, this new nor'easter will have a limited impact because how short it's going to move through rather quickly. So we're going to see that nor'easter come through on the East Coast as well. Now, just to be clear, these are two separate storms, and this nor'easter has developed because of the rotational patterns created by our main storm. So this nor'easter is a side effect of the main storm because of the rotations, the spin in the atmosphere created a natural spin because of occlusion that's taking place in the front. Our cold air has overrun the layer of warm air out ahead, so it's overrunning, we call it, and now that spin in the atmosphere created that disturbance. So we're going to have that developing nor'easter down here along the northeastern coast there. So as we move on, here is our threat for disruptive ice. We're going to be seeing a lot of ice down here across the mid-Atlantic states. So through West Virginia especially. West Virginia is a big state for picking up ice storms. I'm telling you, I track so many ice storms across West Virginia and the interior of Virginia. This is the Appalachian mountain range right in here, Pennsylvania. We're going to be seeing that ice, so be careful, drivers, truck drivers, be very careful. I know some of you guys like to push it to get your loads delivered. Ice, freezing rain and stuff can be more dangerous than snow and regular rain, because freezing rain, you lose traction with the roadway surface because of that layer of ice, and you won't be able to stop. So here is our winter weather advisories across the northeast right now. On the East Coast, we have our winter storm watch here along the higher elevations of the mountains of the Adirondack mountain range. We have winter weather advisories as well. That's where we're going to be seeing some of our mixed precipitation, and then our freezing rain, our ice storm warning here across West Virginia and Western Virginia in particular. So we're going to be seeing that with the winter storm and ice warning. This is all going to be associated with the frontal boundary from our old storm and our nor'easter. The nor'easter is going to provide most of the snow for portions of the Adirondack mountain range. So we're going to be wrapping this up right now. We have our snow forecast, and we're going to be seeing up to 24 inches of snow. Look at the dark spots. That's our higher snow totals. That's up in the mountains. And my name is Mr. G. Thanks for watching this video and this update on that big winter storm. Have a great day and be safe, everybody. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.